Hello, everyone, and welcome to the CSC Sports Preview. I'm Ethan Strey, the student commentator for CSC Live. On this edition, we'll get you caught up with all the action that took place this past weekend for CSC athletics. First up, we'll recap the season openers for both the women's and men's basketball programs. And for the women's program, we'll get to know the new head coach in Travis Brewster. And the Eagles will pull away with the 27-19 victory over the Hard Rockers in this one and claim the Eagle Rock Trophy. You may have heard that line if you tuned into the football game this weekend, as the Eagles won their final football game of the season to reclaim the Eagle Rock Trophy. And then closing out the fall sports season as well was the Eagle volleyball program with a sweep over the New Mexico Highlands Cowgirls. The Eagles in the first round of our MAC tournament will take on the challenging Regis Rangers on the road in Denver. Then a check-in on the men's wrestling program as they return from a long trip to the West for a wrestling meet in San Francisco. This all ahead on the CSC Sports Preview. Chadron State athletes finished up a busy weekend of action on Friday and Saturday with CSC seeing wins from each team that was in action. Now, first up was the season opener for the women's basketball program at the Chicoine Center on Friday evening against the College of St. Mary out of Omaha, Nebraska. Now, head coach Travis Brewster, who we'll get to know in a moment, picked up his first win as the Eagles head coach this season. Now, we saw some new faces out on the court along with many familiar ones in the win over the Flames. Let's recap what we saw in the 88-64 victory for CSC. First off, the Eagles came out red hot on offense in the first quarter, with CSC scoring 27 points to open up their season. Now, with their shooting in the first quarter, they went 11 for 24, 45.8% from the field, and 3 for 8 beyond the arc. Now, Chadron would go into the half with a 46-29 lead over the opposition. Now, the Eagles would never look back when they came out of the halftime break, as they would score 20 points in the third quarter and 22 in the fourth and closing quarter, again winning 88-64. Now, the offensive leaders for Chadron State were Shea Powers, 19 points, 7 from the field, 5 from the charity stripe, with 9 total rebounds. Now, the star forward in Molly Cockburn was also present in that one with 13 points, 4 from the field, and 5 as well from the free throw line. Before we get any further into stats, let's hear from head coach Travis Brewster, who I caught up with earlier this week. First and foremost, welcome to Chadron and congratulations on the first win of the season. I want to open up first by having you talk about yourself and your coaching background.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about the opportunity to be here. I'd like to thank Dr. Patterson and obviously Joel Smith for entrusting me with the opportunity. I guess a little bit about myself. I've been doing this almost 30 years now, and, I didn't even want to get into coaching. My junior college coach thought it was a great idea. I was playing over in Europe, and he gave me a call and said that's what I was going to do, and here I am now. So I guess he was right in that aspect. Father of 3, and my wife Rebecca's a cardiac nurse. So I guess you look at it as opportunity to do things and work with young people is pretty special.
What led you to Chadron and coaching the women's program?
I looked at it as an opportunity of something I haven't done in my career, and that's from the selfish part of being able to start from the ground up, so to speak. I really firmly believe nowadays everybody wants to be a part of something that's already successful, and I really take pride in the opportunity to build and being able to work with young people. And in the interview process of meeting the team, the biggest thing that I noticed is they were eager to learn, and they wanted somebody that was honest with them about how they do things. That's just how I am. I'm very upfront, and some people use the word blunt, but I don't hide from who I am. I don't hide from how I do things, and it's kind of an old school mentality that's not accepted as much nowadays. But I realize that, and so I have to curve things a little bit. And for me to have that opportunity to be able to implement it, I was excited.
What are your overall impressions of the Chadron area and in the community?
Yeah, this is a very same-sized community that I went to junior college in. My wife's from a community this size. So for me, it's kind of a redo. Even my first coaching job, it was in a community this size. So it doesn't really bother me in the size of the community. I realize that we are the show in town, Chadron State.